Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Lorcana video. I've got a treat for you guys today. Release weekend was just last weekend and I managed to nab myself an event at one of the local game stores in my area, Sully's Abode. $40 to play, a little pricey, but with prizes included it really wasn't all that bad, especially for release weekend. It was a draft event, which operates with rules a little different than we're probably used to. We play in pods of 8, which means we separate into groups of 8 people each, and we would each open up a pack, pick up a card, and pass the remaining to the next person. We do it until we've drafted all 12 cards, then open another and repeat until we get through all 4 packs. When we're done, we build a deck of 40 cards out of the 48 we drafted with no ink restrictions, and then it's game on. There were 3 rounds of best of 3, so we were in for a long night. For me, this was pretty new. Everything I knew about Lorcana was getting kind of flipped upside down. Cards you think are good and constructed aren't necessarily in draft, and I didn't know all too much about what drafting Lorcana would be like prior to walking in. I was just focused on a few things. One, watch my ink curve, or basically how much all my cards were costing, making sure I wasn't only going for little guys or big guys, and getting a good mix in between. 2, get my removal cards. 3, get evasive cards. And 4, get shiny cards.
Wow!
I'd be lying if I said a couple shiny cards didn't affect my decision and make my deck worse, but I digress. Let's get into the drafting phase. So, it wasn't long after cracking open the first pack when the person seated across from me declared,
I won the draft.
Legend. He pulled the second available card in there. Can I see it? Did you actually?
"Luck be a lady." But this was my first time actually getting to see an enchanted card in person, and check it out, what a beaut. With that out of the way though, it was time to get serious. In my first pack, my rares were Cruella and Moana with a foil Shield of Virtue. All not too enticing right off the bat, if I'm to be honest. Cruella was a maybe, but the card that immediately caught my eye was Mad Hatter. I knew all too well what a pain it was to play against this card, and I'd already kind of made up my mind, so it didn't take too long to snap him up. My next pack wasn't any more interesting. It looks like one of the rare slots had something good as it was missing. No removals to be seen, but I do see Jetsam. Normally a contentious card, but an evasive 3/3 is kind of crazy with what I think is going to be Pongos and Tinkerbells flying around. There wasn't much else to look at, so we picked that up and move on. Next was a huge surprise. Super rare Shift Aladdin is still in this hand? What? What else was in this hand? Should I be scared? Yeah, did not have to think too hard here. Yoink. I've been getting some pretty big drops, so this next hand with smaller bodies came at kinda a good point. I like Steamboat Mickey and I like Prince Eric. I just decided on the 2 drops since it's still early. Next was a hard one. Not many great cards, but I had a decision to make. I was stuck between Steel Aladdin, Prince Philip, and Aurora Briar Rose. Honestly, I wasn't thinking too hard about Aurora. I don't think she's that great, but neither really were the other 2. Aladdin doesn't have a great stat line, but he has 2 lore for 2, and now I already have Shift Aladdin, which, to be honest, gave me some tunnel vision. I almost went with Philip, but ultimately, when I read that he had to be the challenger and he was uninkable, I went with Val.
Seven.
Okay, yeah.
No, okay, we're good. Sorry.
And I'm gonna give you
I
6.
think we're good.
Learn to count.
Are we good? Are we good? I think we're
I
good.
can only count to 3, so I don't
YouTube.
judge.
Help him count. Don't expose me.
No, more editing.
Editing it out. Editing it out.
Editing.
Editing it out.
Yeah, I left it in because it was funny. It's not my fault. I didn't sign up for doing math in this game. Taka enticed me just for being super rare, but I can't start shiny drafting already. The food is. I was looking pretty hard at Simba Rightful Heir in this hand, but I thought my curve was still too high, so I went with Genie. Maybe not the right pick, still unsure. Simba is uninkable though, and in draft you can get away with that a lot less, so I don't regret it too much. Nothing much to note in this hand. I'm missing a 1-drop, and Forceful Duelist is as good a 1-drop as any. We pick it up. Now that we have 8 cards, we're back to our original hand, and all the goodies have been picked. Horus looks like the only good thing left, so we pick it up. Nothing left in here but Aladdin? Hey, I have a big one. You're coming with me. Moana and Timon. Honestly, after seeing a Taka, I thought about it, but not for too long. And the last thing we're left with is Cut to the Chase. Yeah, probably not running that. On to the next pack. I was getting a little worried with this pack. Like, Shift Captain Hook was alright, I guess. I thought that was gonna be it when, hello, Mother Knows Best in Foil, Removal, and all shiny. That's 2 of my check marks. I'll take it. This one was a bit of a doozy. Pongo is the evasive and the right pick in my opinion, but I already have like 10 of him back home. Simba I like, Mufasa wasn't a bad pick either, Facilia was shiny and it took a lot of my willpower not to pick, but ultimately I did the right pick. I saw some tempting evasive cards and thought I was set when, there it is, hiding in the back. Smash! It hurt to give up the evasives, but I'm sorely lacking in removal, and I'm pretty scared there's a bunch out there already. I see shiny removal, I take. I thought a bit about Tiny Tactician here. Ultimately, I was between another Aladdin Shift target and Musketeer Mickey. I don't think I've drafted big in a bit, so I went big this time. Nothing too crazy in this hand. I thought about Cerberus, but realized I need more 1-drop still. I like 2 2s, and Stitch is better just in case I get Rockstar in the later pack. I saw the last 2 cards and almost threw up. Luckily, this pack isn't coming back to me. I like the 3 cost 3/3 2 lore characters though, so of these, I think Kristoff is best. In this hand, I'm between Ursula's Cauldron and Shield of Virtue. After thinking for a bit, Cauldron is kinda a net 0, but I really like Shield and the shenanigans you may or may not see in future games. Stay tuned. Anyway, I just think it has a little bit more potential, also inkable. Gotta love inkables. Back to the first hand, Kronk is the only thing left of Worf. There's an argument to wardrobe here. I had more 3s than I liked compared to 2s, so again with LeFou. freeze, I guess. And I actually end up with an Eric. Not bad at all, I'll take it. Some suckers here got stuck with reflection and work together. Finally, with a new pack, we hit a jackpot. I don't think I will ever get to play this card, so it's just going to be ink. I will keep it in though, just in case I get to. I see the Jet Sim and I think I'm set, then a shiny has come into play. I mean, it's not a bad draft card, not like necessary to have the foil either, but what I want to eventually try to have one of each foil as a collection, so my greed gets the better of me here. Honestly, sad at all the goofies I'm giving up, but another smash. I just think I need more. I thought about Phil, but it was probably between Beast and Kristoff here. I think I should have gone with Beast, especially after seeing some items float around in previous packs. Went with Kristoff though, I'll still chalk this as a mistake. I don't like this pick. Cannons will be fired. I pay brief homage to the homie flounder. My deck is turning out a little towards the aggro side in my opinion, so I pick up Simba here. And the Elder Simba makes its way back to me again. We pick it up. Thought about Duke here, went with Lofi. Don't think either choice was really bad. I don't really like Captain, so Timon. Prince Sully, Fabulous He, shift for me. Chief Tui it is. And I finish with Control Your Temper. With the last pack, I'm more comfortable with grabbing for shinies now that I have a solid-ish deck. I really want aerials, so there we go. Ooh, shiny. I thought really hard about picking Donald up for some Shield of Virtue shenanigans. It's just one ofs in my deck though, so I think ultimately Jafar will do more for me. I like Jetsam here, more evasive control. I think 2 fire to cannons is enough. And Flotsam shows up. I have 2 Jetsams. The combo actually looks pretty good in draft. Quote me. If I was a smart man here, I would pick Tigger, but apparently I'm Tamatoa. I thought about wardrobe here. My deck is like all characters though. Beast Mirror may come in handy. I think I have no draw in the deck yet. Thought about Serb again. I went with Maleficent. Think I don't have many fours. I think about trying here, but Bodyguard's a good stat, and I do already have a Musketeer. The chances I get them both out at the same time are pretty low. These all suck. I picked a rare. If I pick He's Got a Sword here, I'm trolling, right? And I end with Sebastian. And overall, this is my haul. I think I did a pretty decent job at the draft. I think I could have done better, but this is my first time and I think I learned a lot, especially just reviewing the video and seeing like what I missed, because we did have to go fast at some points, and at other points there's a lull where we had to just wait for cards to come. Overall, really fun experience. I've forgotten how much I enjoyed draft. At the end of this video, I'm gonna add just some stats on my deck if you're interested and you want to check it out. And yeah, my next couple of videos are going to be the matches, so I hope you guys enjoy.